Good morning, students. So in this video we are going to do the chapter number 3 of Civics, and that is Prime Minister and Council of Ministers. Chapter number 3 of Civics, that is Prime Minister and Council of Ministers. So Prime Minister, as you know that he is the head of the country, and the Constitution of India provides for a Council of Ministers with the Prime Minister at the head to aid and advise the President. So R is a parliamentary form of government. Therefore, in our country, President is only a nominal head. Thus, the Council of Ministers, headed by the Prime Minister, is the most powerful institution in the Indian policy or polity. Clear? Now, how the Prime Minister of India is appointed? The Prime Minister of India is appointed by the President, but the President cannot act arbitrarily in this appointment. The President will invite the leader of the majority party or group in the Lok Sabha to form the government. The members of the majority party, they will appoint the Prime Minister. Then the President will announce that name, and that person will be elected as the Prime Minister of India. Along with the Prime Minister of India, there is a group of people which is known as a Council of Ministers or the Cabinet, which are being elected by the Prime Minister. The names of these members, they are being given by the Prime Minister to the President, and the President is going to nominate those people. The Prime Minister shall be appointed by the President, and other ministers shall be appointed by the President. Please underline, on the advice of the Prime Minister. On the advice of the Prime Minister. Only the members of Parliament are appointed as ministers. The Council of Ministers, the members, those who are being appointed in the Council of Ministers, they are the member of the Parliament. But in case non-member is also appointed as a minister, but he must be elected or nominated to the Parliament within 6 months. Please underline, from the date of his appointment. When a non-member is appointed as a member of Parliament or Council of Minister, he or she has to be elected or nominated to the Parliament within the 6 months from the date of his appointment. So this is very necessary. Council of Ministers, it's a group of people, those who are being appointed by the President of India on the advice of the Prime Minister. Now, the Cabinet. The Cabinet is composed of a small but important body of senior leaders who are included in the Council of Ministers. They hold some important portfolios and decide major policies of the government. These are the people, those who are the trustful men of the Prime Minister, and they play a very, very important role in taking the decision with the Prime Minister. The Cabinet take important decisions, and such decisions are communicated to other ministers, and they have to follow these decisions even though they might not have been a party to such decision. So the final decision will be taken by them. The Cabinet, the Prime Minister select his senior and trustworthy colleagues and advises the President to appoint them as Cabinet ministers. The President will appoint these ministers on the advice of the Prime Minister. Now, what is the term of the office? The minister hold office during the pleasure of the President, but the President had little power even in this regard, because the Prime Minister and the Council of Ministers are directly responsible to the Lok Sabha and can remain in office, please underline, so long as they enjoy the majority support in the House of the people. So the ministers can hold the office as long as they enjoy the majority support. The moment majority will be taken back, their position will not be there. Or if no confidence motion will be passed against them, then whole ministry has to resign. First of all, they will enjoy the majority support. Till then, they can remain in the office. Secondly, when the no confidence motion will be passed against, the whole ministry has to resign. The Council of Ministers are collectively responsible to the Lok Sabha. They are collectively responsible to the Lok Sabha. So this is the term of the office. Next, it is your next topic. It is distinguish between Council of Ministers and Cabinet. Very important. These 4 points, they are very important. Council of Ministers, they consist of Cabinet Ministers, Minister of State and Deputy Minister. Prime Minister may or may not consult the other minister. In the day-to-day working of the government, the Council of Ministers as a whole rarely meet. According to the Constitution, the President acts on the advice of the Council of Ministers. Then Cabinet, it is a smaller group consisting of senior ministers. Secondly, they are the most trusty colleagues of the Prime Minister. Third, Cabinet is a small group of senior ministers. In day-to-day governance of the country, the Cabinet advises the President through the Prime Minister. Clear? So this is very, very important. Next, it is the position and powers of the Prime Minister. Prime Minister plays a very, very important role. What is the powers position of the Prime Minister? Prime Minister and the President. Under this we will study. All the authorities vested in the President is exercised by the Prime Minister. He is the principal advisor of the President. It is on the advice of the Prime Minister that the President summons and prolongs the Parliament and dissolves the Lok Sabha. Third, the Prime Minister chooses the ministers and on his advice the President appoints them. Fourth, he advises the President on various appointments to important posts like judges of the Supreme Court, governors, ambassadors, etc. It is a link between the President and the Council of Ministers. All the decisions taken by will be delivered to the President. The President can ask the Council of Ministers to reconsider any matter which has not been considered by the Cabinet. So this is the relation between the Prime Minister and the President. Next, it is the Prime Minister and the Cabinet. Prime Minister is the leader of the Cabinet because all the members of the Cabinet, they are being elected by the Prime Minister. Power to allot portfolios and reshuffle the Council of Ministers. So its portfolios can be reshuffled also. It will be given by the Prime Minister. If he feels that some changes are to be made, it can be done. Power to select and dismiss minister. Prime Minister can select any person as a minister. He can dismiss any person. He can power to direct and coordinate policies. Resignation of the Prime Minister. Prime Minister resignation will the resignation of a whole cabinet. Then what is the position of the Prime Minister inside the cabinet? Leader of the Lok Sabha. Very true. Prime Minister is the leader of the Lok Sabha. He is the major spokesperson of the government. He is the defender of the government policies because all the policies which are being made, he has to defend that because it is made by the Council of Ministers and with the Prime Minister. Invention on case of controversial issues. There are certain issues like center-state relation, price rises, women acts, etc., etc. So during that time, it is the final decision of the Prime Minister. So Prime Minister as a leader of the nation. Prime Minister represents the nation. When he speaks, it means whole country is speaking. During national crisis like war, even the opposition parties support the Prime Minister. Prime Minister decide what kind of a relation India would have with the other countries. The Prime Minister tries to protect the interest of the country in international forums. At the time of general election, it is the proposal of Prime Minister for whom against whom the people vote. The Prime Minister is also the ex-officio chairman of Niti Aayog, Atomic Energy Commissions, etc. Then check on the authorities. It's not that whatever he want to do, he can do. There are certain actions which can be taken against the prime minister also. No doubt he is the leader of the majority party, but he has to be very clear. He has to ensure the support of his members. In case of collision, when two parties they are forming one government, so during that time it is the duty of the prime minister to walk accordingly, to walk together. Then opposition party always look for a glance, always that there will be that they always find the problems, they always try to criticize. Then the press, public opinion, it is an effective check on, they keep on checking the decisions and authorities of the prime ministers. Next, a very important topic, it is a collective responsibilities. So collective responsibilities means the decision taken by the Council of Ministers and the Cabinet, Council of Minister or Cabinet, one and same thing, and the Prime Minister, they are liable for that. The decision taken in the meeting are equally applicable to all the ministers, whether some liked or not. All the ministers, they will share the responsibility together. Okay, a vote of no confidence against one minister, it will be against the whole minister, a whole party, or the whole members, they have to resign. Second, it is the individual responsibilities. The ministers are individually responsible to the president. They hold office during the pleasure of the president. Each minister is answerable to parliament for the department under his control. If one minister is having the department of electricity or the railway or some atomic or some other, okay, so he is answerable to the parliament for his department, that what is going on in his department. Clear? Each minister is responsible for matters such as personal lapse, departure from official policies or by his department, breach of oath of secrecy, etc., etc. So these are the responsibilities of the ministers, the department which they are holding. So this is the individual responsibility. And collective responsibility, when collectively they are responsible for the decision which they have taken. It is not necessary that if 50 members are there in a cabinet, all will be agreed upon the thing. But if maximum they agree, it means that the decision will be in the favor of the maximum people, in the favor of the majority. So this is to be very clear. Collective responsibilities, individual responsibilities. Clear to all of you? Yes. So this is all the topics which are covered under this chapter. The only one chapter we are left with it, that is the Supreme Court. High Court is not in your syllabus. So in the coming video, we will be doing the chapter number Supreme Court. Next chapter, chapter number 4. Okay student, thank you. Go through the question answers and let me know if any doubt is there. Thank you.